Yes, man. Start చేసాం man.
Thank you. Namaste to everybody. Very good morning. Subhodayam. 12th of September 2021. We are celebrating the 22nd Foundation Day of the Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence and the 128th anniversary of the historic Chicago addresses of Swamiji, a combined event today. And I welcome all of you, and we'll start the proceedings with pranam mantras, Vedic chanting, bhajan, recitation of Swami Vivekananda's Chicago address, and also, and then listen to the elite speakers. स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। यथाग्नेर्दाहिका शक्ति रामकृष्णे स्थिता हिया सर्वविद्यास्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्। नमः श्री यतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणि नमोस्तुते नारायणि नमोस्तुते। तेजोसि तेजोमयि देहि वीर्यमसि वीर्यं मयि देहि बलमसि बलं मयि देहि ओजोसि ओजो मयि देहि मन्युरसि मन्युं मयि देहि सहोसि सहो मयि देहि। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। द्यौ शान्तिरन्तरिक्षं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तियापः शान्तिवोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिः विश्वे देवाः शान्तिः ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। तच्छंयोरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं शन्नो अस्तुर्द्विपदे शञ्चतुष्पदे। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम तत्सत्। श्री राम कृष्णार्पणमस्तु। We shall now have the opening song on the message of Swami Vivekananda, presented by Sri Advait Roy and Anirudh Sharma, both of them young budding artists of Hyderabad, and they are the students of the Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence. Enjoy the bhajan on the message of Swami Vivekananda, Veera Senapati Vivekananda.
वीर सेनापति विवेकानंद आज पुकारे हैं, आओ रे आओ, उनके दिल की सुन पुकार, उनके दिल की सुन पुकार। महारथी कई आए रे आए, वीर सेनापति। त्याग के अग्नि मंत्र से हुए हैं प्रेरित नई दिशाओं में। स्वार्थ त्याग के अग्नि मंत्र से हुए हैं प्रेरित नई दिशाओं में। त्याग कर सब सुख धरा के, त्याग कर सब सुख धरा के, दुष्ट शक्ति का नाश करो रे वीर सेनापति। वीर सेनापति विवेकानंद आज पुकारे हैं, आओ रे आओ, उनके दिल की सुन पुकार। महारथी कई आए रे आए, वीर सेनापति। प्रभु तेरे चरण दास हम लेकर आए हैं, जन्मों की प्यास हम। हे प्रभु तेरे चरण दास हम लेकर आए हैं, जन्मों की प्यास हम। तन मन धन कर तुमको अर्पित, तन मन धन कर तुमको अर्पित। तेरे आशीष हम पाने को आए रे वीर सेनापति। सेनापति वीर सेनापति वीर सेनापति विवेकानंद ओए जे डाकिछे आए रे आए आओ भाने तार आपना भूलिया आओ भाने तार आपना भूलिया कत महारती छुटिया जाए वीर सेनापति विवेकानंद आज पुकारे हैं आओ रे आओ उनके दिल की सुन पुकार महारथी कई आए रे आए वीर सेनापति वीर सेनापति वीर सेनापति।
Isn't that a very wonderful presentation? Singing melodiously and involved with the meaning of Swami Vivekananda's message, which said, listen, follow Swamiji's teachings. And his call is not just from the lips, his call is from his heart. He has called the entire youth of the nation to serve the motherland in whatever position they are. And by following him, surrendering to him, tan man dhan, sab kuch arpit, we obtain his blessings. You have to just go near Swamiji, just listen to the call, respond to the call which he gave in Chennai in 1897. Young men of Madras, will you respond to the call of the nation? He went to Kolkata from Chennai and addressed the youth of Calcutta in 1897. Young men of Kolkata, will you respond to the call of the nation? From there, Swamiji traveled all the way to Lahore through the Himalayas. And there also, young men of Lahore, will you respond to the call of the nation? So wherever he went, his focus was on the young men and women of India. And Charanadas, let us surrender at his lotus feet at the inspiration of Swami Vivekananda. Somebody asked Swami Vivekananda, who are you? He said, Ramakrishna Dasasya Dasavayam. Somebody asked Hanuman, Mahavira Hanuman, who are you? He said, I am Ramadasa. No selfishness, no other personal identity. They were all surrendering and working out the Lord's mission and vision. So all of us who are participating, who are working, who are listening, who are reading and learning, let us follow Swamiji's call. We are thankful to Advait Roy and Anirudh Sharma, both young artists from Hyderabad, for having presented this song, originally in Bengali, translated it in Hindi. It's also sung in Telugu and other regional languages in the country. A very beautiful, meaningful, purposeful song. Thank you once again, Aditya and Advait Roy. Advait Roy and Anirudh Sharma. So we proceed to the next part of our program, which is understanding for people who have joined today the activities of the Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence. 21 years have passed by, in 21 minutes as it were. We have entered into the 22nd year of service. So here is the small video of the history and the statistics and who all participated in this glorious service to the nation of training men and women of character.
नमः श्री यतिराजाय विवेकानंद सूरये सच्चित् सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे मूर्तमहेश्वर मोज्ज्वल भास्कर मेष्टममर नरवन्द्यम् मूर्तमहेश्वर मोज्ज्वल भास्कर मेष्टममर नरवन्द्यम् वन्दे वेदतनुमुञ्चित गर्हित कामकाञ्चन बन्धम् वन्दे वेदतनुमुञ्चित गर्हित कामकाञ्चन बन्धम् मूर्तमहेश्वर मोज्ज्वल भास्कर मेष्टममर नरवन्द्यम् सिंहमहो कटितटकौपीनवन्तम् कोटिभानुकरदीप्तसिंहमहो कटितटकौपीनवन्तम् अभिरभिमुखारणादितदिन्मुख प्रचण्डताण्डवनृत्यम् अभिरभिमुखारणादितदिन्मुख प्रचण्डताण्डवनृत्यम् मूर्तमहेश्वर मोज्ज्वल भास्कर मेष्टममर नरवन्द्यम् भुक्ति कृपा कटाक्ष प्रेक्षण मघदल विदलन दक्षम् मुक्ति कृपा कटाक्ष प्रेक्षण मघदल विदलन दक्षम् भालचन्द्रधर बिन्दु वन्द्यमिह नौमि गुरु विवेकानन्दम् भालचन्द्रधर बिन्दु वन्द्यमिह नौमि गुरु विवेकानन्दम् मूर्तमहेश्वर मोज्ज्वल भास्कर मेष्टममर नरवन्द्यम् मूर्तमहेश्वर मोज्ज्वल भास्कर मेष्टममर नरवन्द्यम् वन्दे वेदतनुमञ्जित गर्हित कामकाञ्चन बन्धम् मूर्तमहेश्वर मोज्ज्वल भास्कर मेष्टममर नरवन्द्यम् मूर्तमहेश्वर मोज्ज्वल भास्कर मेष्टममर नरवन्द्यम् वन्दे वेदतनुमञ्जित गर्हित कामकाञ्चन बन्धम् मूर्तमहेश्वर मोज्ज्वल भास्कर मेष्टममर नरवन्द्यम् मेष्टममर नरवन्द्यम् मेष्टममर नरवन्द्यम्
So this is the general history of what happened last 21 years, what will happen in the future. It all depends upon the support, cooperation, and participation of school children, college youth, professionals, the elders, parents, and all the stakeholders in the society, and now not only in Hyderabad and Telangana, but in the entire country. Thanks to Corona, which created a health crisis, but it brought the whole country towards the Zoom and the other apps which are available, and made the entire country a kind of a global village, a kind of a small institute. We're able to reach far and wide the various sections of the society through the activities of human excellence, through the courses of human excellence. So now I request Ms. Suruchi Pandey, second year BBA student of Vivekananda College, Sainikpuri, Hyderabad, to render the Chicago address, the first Chicago address of Swami Vivekananda on this auspicious and important occasion. Suruchi Pandey, please.
Namaste to the respected dignitaries and all the attendees present. This is Suruchi Pandey from BBA 2B of Bhavan's Vivekananda College, Hyderabad, here to deliver Swami Vivekananda's Chicago address of the First World's Parliament of Religions held on 11 September 1893. Sisters and brothers of America, it fills my heart with joy unspeakable to rise in response to the warm and cordial welcome which you have given us. I thank you in the name of the most ancient order of monks in the world. I thank you in the name of the mother of religions. And I thank you in the name of millions and millions of Hindu people of all classes and sect. My thanks also to some of the speakers on this platform who, referring to the delegates from the Orient, have told you that these men from far-off nations may well claim the honor of bearing to different lands the idea of toleration. I am proud to belong to a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. We believe not only in universal toleration, but we accept all religions as true. I am proud to belong to a nation which has sheltered the persecuted and the refugees of all religions and all nations of the earth. I am proud to tell you that we have gathered in our bosom the purest remnant of the Israelites who came to southern India and took refuge with us in the very year in which their holy temple was shattered to pieces by Roman tyranny. I am proud to belong to the religion which has sheltered and is still fostering the remnant of the grand Zoroastrian nation. I will quote to you, brethren, a few lines from a hymn which I remember to have repeated from my earliest boyhood, which is every day repeated by millions of human beings, as the different streams having their sources in different paths, which men take through different tendencies, various though they appear, crooked or straight, all lead to thee. The present convention, which is one of the most august assemblies ever held, is in itself a vindication, a declaration to the world of the wonderful doctrine preached in the Gita. Whosoever comes to me, through whatsoever form, I reach him. All men are struggling through paths which in the end lead to me. Sectarianism, bigotry, and its horrible descendant, fanaticism, have long possessed this beautiful earth. They have filled the earth with violence, drenched it often and often with human blood, destroyed civilization, and sent whole nations to despair. Had it not been for these horrible demons, human society would be far more advanced than it is now. But their time is come, and I fervently hope that the bell that tolled this morning in honor of this convention may be the death knell of all fanaticism, of all persecutions with the sword or with the pen, and of all uncharitable feelings between persons wending their way to the same goal. Thank you.
Thank you, Suruchi Pandey, for a wonderful rendition of this Chicago addresses once again. Today also, we pray to Swami Vivekananda to bless you immensely and to guide you to become an enlightened citizen of this great country. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you.
For the benefit of the audience here, the participants from all over the country, yesterday, as you all know, is September 11th. That was the day when Swami Vivekananda delivered his historic address. Honorable President of India, Sri Ramnath Kovindji, was participating in a very important function in Prayagraj, and he mentioned this point very clearly. The Honorable President on Saturday cited the message of peace, justice, and cooperation given by Swami Vivekananda on September 11, 1893, at the Chicago World Parliament of Religions. If it had been accepted, the 9/11 terror attacks in the United States could have been averted. The President's remark was made during a speech at an event in Prayagraj to lay the foundation stone for the upcoming Uttar Pradesh National Law University. On this day, 128 years ago, Swami Vivekananda brought Indian philosophy and religion before the world at the Chicago World Parliament of Religions. He showed that Indian culture is based on justice, empathy, and cooperation. Had the world accepted Vivekananda's message in 1893, it would not have had to witness the 9/11 in 2001, which was an attack on humanity, said Sri Ramnath Kovindaji. So that's how relevant it is. All of you, young and old, seniors and juniors, students and professors, and retired personnel who are joining this program, should recollect the point that we are celebrating the anniversary every year of a speech. It is not the birthday of Swami Vivekananda, but should I say revival of Indian culture through Swami Vivekananda. And the speech was only 3.5 minutes. An English professor, for the fun of it, counted how many English words are there in that lecture. Can you believe it? Only 457. Only 457 words, which shook the entire world of its conscience. The paradigm shift from a dirty India, a useless India, a slavish India, a superstitious India, to an India of culture and religion and peace and toleration. No, acceptance, as Vivekananda said, not just toleration, but acceptance, the truth, which he had learned at the feet of his master, Sri Ramakrishna, when he was a student of the Scottish Church College in Kolkata. So it is up to, we have to work out the details. We have to take up the process. The Swamiji has given us the blueprint and the way to overcome the problems and dushta shakti within our own mind, within our own heart, and make our society peaceful. That is our responsibility. So, having thanked the artists and also the young student from Bhavan's Vivekananda College, we go forward into the first part of this important day, celebrating the 22nd birthday, of VIHE, 22nd Foundation Day. And we have with us Srimad Swami Gautamanandaji Maharaj, the Adhyaksha of the Ramakrishna Math, Hyderabad, to deliver the welcome address. Swami Gautamanandaji Maharaj, a senior monk of the order, for nearly 32 years, was serving the order in various capacities in Ramakrishna Math, Chennai, in Mylapore. And then since the last 16 years, he is the head, the Adhyaksha of Ramakrishna Math, Hyderabad. So under his guidance, under his care, under his love and affection, we are conducting the various activities of this great center in Telangana, and through the Institute of Human Excellence, serving and training young minds in all over the country. We offer our pranams to Swami Gautamanandaji and invite him to deliver the welcome address.
Order on the occasion of 22nd Foundation Day of VIHE. My namaskars and greetings to Honorable Sri Secretary of the Ramakrishna Mutt and Mission, Belur Mutt, other invited dignitaries and friends. It is indeed historic moment today, the 12th of September 2021, for the Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence, a unit of the Ramakrishna Mutt, Hyderabad, which has just now completed 21 years of service by bringing the message of human excellence to lakhs of people in the city of Hyderabad in particular, and the states of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana in general. Now, with the virtual mode of communication, the message is reaching the whole of India and parts of the world too, very conveniently and nicely. Revered Srimad Swami Ranganathanandaji Maharaj, the 13th President of the Ramakrishna Order, wanted an institution in the Ramakrishna Mutt which would provide inner development training to the younger generation. This would make the young graduates not only efficient in their subject, but become excellent human beings based on the teachings of Swami Vivekananda and the spiritual values of our culture. To quote Swami Vivekananda, "My faith is in the younger generation, the modern generation. Out of them will come my workers, and they will solve the whole problem like lions." Unquote. As most of you are aware, at the beginning of the new millennium, that is on 10 September 2000, this pioneering project was inaugurated by revered Swami Ranganathanandaji Maharaj himself. These 21 years have shown how important the topic of human excellence is and how learners are eager to join the numerous inspiring and interesting courses which have been designed and are frequently updated thanks to the interest and expertise shown by the dedicated and qualified faculty. Starting from school, college and university, students and teachers to government officers, doctors, police personnel, IT professionals, managers, lawyers, chartered accountants, administrators, and youth on the threshold of life, VIHE has benefited to nearly 20 lakh participants approximately through its courses. Eminent personalities, scientists, doctors, senior and learned monks of the Ramakrishna Mutt and leaders from various fields have regularly been giving classes and sharing their words of wisdom in the seminars and conventions in the institute. In this same tradition, we have today amidst us the Honorable Chief Justice of India, Sri Justice N V Ramana ji, as the chief guest for the 22nd Foundation celebrations and the 128th anniversary of Swami Vivekananda's Chicago addresses. On behalf of all of you, I extend a hearty welcome to the Honorable Chief Justice of India, who has been a good friend of the Ramakrishna Mutt and Mission and who has visited Hyderabad Center during his tenure as a judge of the Telangana High Court. In spite of the pandemic restrictions, we are more than happy that he has accepted our invitation to be the chief guest in the virtual meeting and share his ideas of wisdom with all of us. We are also very fortunate that revered Vice President Maharaj, Srimad Swami Gautamanandaji Maharaj, who is blessing us from Chennai. My humble pranams to him and humbly welcome him to deliver his benediction address. On this sacred and important occasion, when we are celebrating the 22nd foundation of VIHE along with the 128th anniversary of the famous Chicago addresses of Swami Vivekananda, I am happy to welcome Srimad Swami Suviranandaji Maharaj, General Secretary, Ramakrishna Mutt and Ramakrishna Mission, who has agreed to deliver a special address from the holy precincts of Belur Mutt. My namaskars and greetings to him too. We pray that with the grace of Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother Sri Sarada Devi and Swami Vivekananda, the Institute will go from strength to strength in future for the welfare of younger generation. My best wishes and namaskars to all the guests, faculty members, volunteers, devotees, learners and future learners who are participating in the virtual meeting from various parts of the country.
We convey our pranams to revered Gnanadanandaji Maharaj on behalf of all of you for his blessings and welcome address on this very important occasion. As he just now mentioned, revered Swami Gautamanandaji Maharaj, the Vice President, the Sangha Guru of the Ramakrishna Mutt and Mission, has kindly agreed to join us from Chennai, and he will deliver the benediction address. Revered Gautamanandaji Maharaj is so young that he is only 93 years and traveling all over the country and the world to spread the message of the Holy Trinity, our Indian culture, Upanishads, Vedanta, and Yoga. Since the last 15 years, he has been the Sangha Guru, and he has been the head of various educational institutions in the country. Let it be Arunachal Pradesh, or Ramakrishna Mission Shardapit, or in Narayanpur, Chhattisgarh, in the tribal areas, Naxalite infested areas of Chhattisgarh. He has been the advocate of several policies and several educational improvements in our institutions. So we seek his blessings to the Institute of Human Excellence, and we request revered Srimad Swami Gautamanandaji Maharaj to deliver the welcome to benedictory address and bless all of us.
My dear Swami Jnanadananda, Swami Gautamananda, other respected speakers of the day, devotees and friends. I am very happy to join this program, which is to celebrate the 22nd Foundation Day of Vivek.
Share this.
Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence, Swami Gautamananda, other respected speakers of the day, devotees and friends. I am very happy to join this program, which is to celebrate the 22nd Foundation Day of Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence and the 128th anniversary of Swami Vivekananda's addresses at the World Parliament of Religions in Chicago, America in 1893. The Parliament of Religions was a 17-day grand affair from 11th to 27th September 1893. It was the first such gathering at the international level and was primarily convened to showcase the superiority of Christianity. But from the very first day it turned out differently. It proved to the world that holiness, purity and charity are not the exclusive possessions of any church in the world, and that every religious system has produced spiritual giants. Its message was that the practitioner of every religion must assimilate the spirit of the others and yet preserve his individuality and grow according to his own law of growth. Even today, its legacy is kept alive by a group of people as an interfaith convening organization. The personality that gave this turn to the World's Parliament of Religion in 1893 and thus to international interfaith dialogues, comparative religious study and world peace was Swami Vivekananda. After the conclusion of the Parliament of Religions, Swami Vivekananda delivered countless lectures across America and in London, spreading the Vedantic message of the divinity of man and the oneness of creation. His lectures in the West also created a deep respect for Hindu spiritual, cultural and philosophical traditions. Reporting on his work in London, a newspaper wrote, "It is indeed a rare sight to see some of the most fashionable ladies in London seated on the floor, cross-legged, of course, for want of chairs, listening with all the bhakti of an Indian chela towards his guru. The love and sympathy for India that the Swami is creating in the minds of the English-speaking race is sure to be a tower of strength for the progress of India." This was when India was not free. It was under the rule of the British. On his return to India in January 1897, Swami Vivekananda delivered lectures across India, stirring up the country's love and pride in its own religion and society. These lectures are collected and presented in the book called Lectures from Colombo to Almoda. The keynote of these lectures is man-making. To spread his message of man-making, Swamiji established Ramakrishna Mutt and Ramakrishna Mission with branches in different corners of India. He created a purity drilling system. He called it purity drilling machine that trains sannyasis to work out their own salvation and simultaneously also share man-making ideas with fellow men and women. One such Swami, shaped by Swami Vivekananda's man-making ideas, was the illustrious Swami Ranganathananji Maharaj. He was with us till very recently. He has passed away recently. Known as the cultural ambassador of India, he had a widespread and deep influence on people across the world, from the top politicians and administrators to the common man. One of Ranganathananji Maharaj's unique contributions to mankind is the Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence. For the last 22 years, this institute has been spreading man-making and nation-building ideas among the youth and the general public also. The institute is having a silent and powerful impact on the shaping of modern India. It has helped countless youth to grow as leaders, and they are contributing in different fields of life. Its contribution, the Institute's contribution in popularizing yoga and cultural practices is very well known. I pray that the Institute will grow to great heights and help hundreds of children and men and women to evolve as enlightened citizens of the world. Thank you very much. Jai Ram Krishna. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
That was Revered Srimad Swami Gautamanandaji Maharaj blessing the activities of the Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence. And as he rightly said, Swami Ranganathanji's brainchild, Swami Ranganathanji's contribution to the entire society, not only in Telangana and Hyderabad, but the entire country and the world, is this fantastic and wonderful Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence, which is indeed a purity drilling machine for the good of the society. Along with academic excellence, the human excellence, and the manifestation of the divinity which Swami Vivekananda wanted is being worked out through the courses and different activities and events of the Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence. So now we would like to listen to the chief guest of this function, of this celebration, Honorable Justice N V Ramana, the Chief Justice of India, Supreme Court of India, joining us from New Delhi. And I request the upcoming and young advocate who has joined us from Bengaluru to introduce the Honorable Chief Justice of India, Sri N V Ramana, to all of us. Over to Aditya Prasad.
Good morning and pranams to one and all. I am Aditya Prasad, an advocate practicing in Bangalore. I was also a former law clerk to His Lordship Justice Mohan Shantanagowda. I would like to introduce the Honorable Chief Justice of India on behalf of Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence. The Honorable Chief Justice of India, Justice N V Ramana, BSc BL, was born in an agricultural family on August 27, 1957, in Ponnavaram village, Krishna district. He enrolled as an advocate on February 10, 1983. He practiced in the High Court of Andhra Pradesh, Central and Andhra Pradesh Administrative Tribunals, and the Supreme Court of India in civil, criminal, constitutional, labor, service, and election matters. He has specialized in constitutional, criminal, service, and interstate river laws. He has also functioned as panel counsel for various government organizations. He has functioned as additional standing counsel for the central government and standing counsel for railways in the Central Administrative Tribunal at Hyderabad. He has also functioned as an additional advocate general of Andhra Pradesh. His lordship was appointed as a permanent judge of the Andhra Pradesh High Court on 27 June 2000. He functioned as an acting Chief Justice of the Andhra Pradesh High Court from March 10, 2013 to May 10, 2013. He had participated in several national and international conferences held in India and abroad and submitted papers on various topics of legal importance. His lordship was elevated as the Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court on 2nd September 2013 and was elevated as a judge of the Supreme Court of India on 17 February 2014. On behalf of Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence, I would like to extend a warm welcome to the Honorable Chief Justice of India.
Thank you, Aditya. We request and welcome the Honorable Chief Justice of India to deliver his chief guest address on this very important occasion.
Respected Srimad Swami Gautamanandaji Maharaj, most respected Srimad Swami Suviranandaji Maharaj, most respected Srimad Swami Gautamanandaji Maharaj, respected Swamis and other functionaries of the Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellency, distinguished guests and my young friends, the future of the world. It is a great honor for me to be in the midst of the great Swamijis. Swamijis, you are truly the embodiment of sacrifice and service. Your act of renouncing material and worldly pleasures is not easy to emulate. Your life is a message to all of us gathered here. I am blessed and humbled to be here in this august gathering, which is radiating with positive energy and inspiring thoughts. I am delighted to be part of this 22nd Foundation Day celebration of Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellency, Hyderabad. It is praiseworthy to note that the Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellency, Hyderabad has completed 21 years of devoted service with an aim to furthering the vision of Swami Vivekananda of life building, character making and nation building through education and training. I am told that from its inception, the Institute has been offering various self-improvement programs to students, youth, professionals and elders across diverse fields. I am impressed to know that approximately 19 lakh participants have benefited from these programs. I congratulate the Institute for this achievement. The Institute is also celebrating the 128th anniversary of the historic Chicago address of Swami Vivekananda. His participation in the World Parliament of Religions at Chicago in 1893 gave a respectable recognition to India, which at that time was merely identified as one of the colonies. His address drew the world attention to ancient Indian philosophy of Vedanta. He popularized practical Vedanta as he preached love, compassion and equal respect for all. His teachings have great relevance for all times to come. Swami Vivekananda, in his address, propagated the idea of tolerance and universal acceptance. He analyzed the dangers posed by the meaningless and sectarian conflicts in society to the nations and the civilizations. There is greater need today in contemporary India to pay heed to the words spoken by Swami Vivekananda as early as in 1893. He was prophetic long before the painful churning that took place in the subcontinent during the freedom struggle, resulting in framing of an egalitarian constitution of India. He advocated secularism as if he foresaw the events to unfold. He firmly believed that the true essence of religion was the common good and tolerance. Religion should be above superstitions and rigidities. To fulfill the dream of making resurgent India to the principles of common good and tolerance, we should install the ideals of Swamiji in today's youth. I want to utilize this time in reflecting on the huge potential of the youth in our country and the ways in which we can achieve to the greater good. Swami Vivekananda once said, "My hope of the future lies in the youths of the character, intelligent, renouncing all for the service of others." Swami also said, "All the powers in the universe are already ours. It is we who have put our hands before our eyes and cry that it is dark." It is widely believed that the character of the nation depends on the character of its youth. Young minds are usually the most reflective, young hearts the most reactive. These emotions can be often molded to achieve greatness, but the greater challenge in this path is the ability to differentiate between the right and wrong choices. The youth often pursue every action with a clear set of principles. They do not tolerate either injustice towards themselves or towards others. They do not compromise with their ideals, come what may. They are not only selfless but are also adventurous. They are willing to sacrifice for the cause they believe in. It is these unadulterated minds and pure hearts which form the backbone of our nation. History is a witness to the power wielded by youth. The story of India's freedom struggle would be incomplete without the names of youth leaders like Birsa Munda, the young tribal leader who mobilized the tribal community against the formidable British regime and secured their land rights, or the trio of Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev and Rajguru who valiantly fought for a free India till their last breath. The inspiring tales of Manyam Virudu Alluri Sitaramaraju, the revolutionary leader who was shot during the resistance movement, still continues to inspire generations. The democratic rights that we take today for granted are a result of these struggles of thousands of young people who took to the streets fighting authoritarian figures either during the freedom struggle or the dark days of emergency. Many lost their lives, sacrificed lucrative careers, all for the greater good of the nation and the society. Trust the youth to check the deviations in a society's journey towards peace and progress. Although it is desirable to be independent and economically successful, at the same time, we must not forget our duties towards our family, our community, and the nation. It is imperative for the youth to be aware about the social realities and challenges. Remember, any change in the nation trajectory always stems from its youth and their participation. It is for you to build the ideal nation and society that you desire to witness. India is a fast-growing nation with a vibrant economy. A survey has revealed that more than 45% of Indians' population is youth. Nearly 65% of our country's total population is between the age group of 15 to 35. This age group constitutes the youth, which is the age of discovery and dreams. Swami Vivekananda believed that youngsters in India are the chain that binds our past to a greater future. He believed that anything is possible if one has the required belief. Even impossible things will become possible if a person has self-belief and the motivation to achieve the same. As a part of my job, I interact with young advocates and lawyers. One thing I have observed is that the youth have a lot of energy and passion to be in it. The world may try to throw various challenges at you, but I say that you must fight the good fight. I know it is not easy, but I want all of you to remember that perseverance and persistence are the two mantras of success. Education and awareness constitute key components of empowerment. I come from a rural background. We struggle to educate ourselves. Today, resources are available at your fingertips. There is unlimited access to a world of information. These advantages come with a heavy burden. The hyper-awareness that modern society allows with the ease of flowing of information mandates that students are more socially and politically aware. You must know the social ills and contemporary issues facing the society and polity. Read books to expand your vision and diversify your opinion. Although these days we have multiple tools to keep ourselves engaged within the four walls of our house, yet we should take time to step outside. Focus on your health and engage in physical activities and sports. Visit the slums to be conscious about the divides that exist even within urban spaces. Visit villages to be aware about rural living. Beyond a mere awareness of the issues, you need to have the mentality to find solutions and take action to make meaningful change in society. You need to be aware that your actions are a part of the process of nation building. One of the things most people are realizing in the current climate is the power of the youth and their speech. It is well established that the voice and actions of the youth can change the world. Every child has the seed in them to become an active, educated and engaged citizen participating in a free and democratic society to bring about positive change. Educational institutions have a huge role to play. They must inform and create awareness in the students' bodies about the rights and restrictions. They should promote and transmit a culture of lawfulness, of respect for the law. Institutions should equip young minds with knowledge about their rights and duties and empower them to be change makers in society. Lastly, I would also like to take this opportunity to request all of you to use the skills you have learned and developed over time at this great institution to further the vision of our forefathers and participate in nation building. You are the stewards of this nation and custodians of a very rich tradition. I hope that you contribute by way of giving back something to this society, to this great nation which has bestowed you with so many privileges. Before I conclude, I am reminded of the words of wisdom spoken by Swami Vivekananda. I quote, "In a day when you don't come across any problems, you can be sure that you are traveling in a wrong path," unquote. Never let the hurdles define you. Be defined by the strength of your dreams and resilience. We are the nation of the young, and upon your young shoulders lies the responsibility to fulfill India's destiny. I wish you success in all your future endeavors. God bless you and have a happy life ahead.
What a wonderful presentation. I request Balaji Sundaram, our faculty, to convey the vote of thanks to the Honorable Chief Guest, Justice N V Ramana garu. Balaji, sir. Balaji, you can unmute.
Am I audible, Swamiji?
Yes, you are. Please continue.
Yeah. It's our honor and privilege. Our Chief Justice, Sri Ramana sir, was here to enlighten us about his thoughts and the spirited way in which he has undertaken his journey. From a very rural background, he mentioned the challenges of youth and how perseverance and persistence, along with education, which with empowerment, can be made into a success story as it is. And during his speech, I really felt he has lived a life practically what Swamiji has said, like practical. He spoke about practical Vedanta and the contribution to the society. Today, all his deeds is the reflection of what his thoughts were. And these thoughts have really put us in a very, very thought-provoking situation, wherein one great sentence that he made today, like step out to the world, even though you are fully engaged and you are very comfortable with. The action you make will be a meaningful contribution to the society. And this is the message to the youth today, where they have to awake, arise, and reach out to the people along with the message who is willing to sacrifice them. And he gave a few very beautiful examples like Bisra Munda or Sukhdev, our trio, and also Alluri Sitarama Raju, which shows the deep respect and the deep interest he has in following the idealistic personalities of India. He also emphasized on the rights and restrictions of the society, and also emphasized on the need of educating not only the rights of the children, but also the responsibility of the youth. The schools, educational institutions, and all the other such related knowledge-giving institutions should follow his proceeding, his advice, and equip the youth with the skills, and the skills that acquired should be utilized properly. And when such a message is delivered by such a honorable person who has seen all parts of the life, is really a great privilege to us, and also we at Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence are really blessed today by your enlightening speech, sir. And we are very thankful to you for the great opportunity given to us in sharing the knowledge. And we shall also take all the important tidbits that you have given and deliver it to all the volunteers and also the people who are reaching us. And we will also make an effort to reach out to the schools, taking your message along with your some of the legal institutions that are at our disposal, like district legal service authorities, etc., to reach out and convey a proper message. We once again are privileged to have you here, and thank you so much for the great enlightenment you have given from all spheres of life, from personal to professional, spiritual to spirited, secular outlook approach. Thank you so much once again, sir.
Thank you, Balaji, for your vote of thanks, and we convey our namaskars, greetings to Honorable Chief Justice of India, Sri N V Ramana ji, who just now delivered the chief guest address. We have with us revered Swami Suviranandaji Maharaj, the special guest for today's function, who is the General Secretary of the Worldwide Ramakrishna Mutt and Mission, with their headquarters at Belur Mutt. Revered Swami Suviranandaji joined the Ramakrishna order as a brahmachari or a novice at Ramakrishna Mission Boys Home, Rahara in West Bengal, an educational complex, in 1973, and served that institution for 3 years. Maharaj then served as headmaster of Ramakrishna Mission School in Alu in Arunachal Pradesh. Earlier it was called Along. And after spending 12 years in Alu, he moved in 1997 to Ramakrishna Mission Vidyapit in Devgar in Jharkhand and took charge as the secretary of the center. In 2006, when he was at Devgar Vidyapit, he was elected a trustee of the Ramakrishna Mutt and a member of the governing body of the Ramakrishna Mission. In the following year, he moved headquarters in Belur Mutt and Ramakrishna Mission headquarters there, a post which he held for about 10 years as the Assistant General Secretary of the Mutt and Mission. Then in 2017, Revered Maharaj was appointed as the General Secretary of the twin organizations. He served as a member of the West Bengal Education Commission in 2014. Revered Suviranandaji is a popular orator and has also authored a large number of articles focused on education and values. He is known for his administrative acumen, affable behavior, and genuine humility. So we request Revered Swami Suviranandaji Maharaj to deliver the welcome special address on this important occasion.
नमः श्री यतिराजाय विवेकानंद सूरये सच्चित् सुख स्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे. At the outset, I offer my bhaktipurna pranams to revered Swami Gautamanandaji Maharaj, Vice President of the Worldwide Ramakrishna Mutt and Ramakrishna Mission, and also the Adhyaksha of Ramakrishna Mutt, Chennai. My respectful pranams to revered Swami Gautamanandaji, Adhyaksha of Ramakrishna Mutt, Hyderabad. I express my immense gratitude to Sri N V Ramana, Honorable Chief Justice, Supreme Court of India, for sparing his valuable time to take part in this virtual event. My best wishes to the brother monks and brahmacharis devotees and admirers of Swami Vivekananda. I am thankful to revered Swami Gautamanandaji for inviting me to participate in the virtual program to commemorate the 22nd Foundation Day of Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence, and also to celebrate the 128th anniversary of Swami Vivekananda's historic addresses at the World's Parliament of Religions, Chicago. Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence, a unit of Ramakrishna Math, Hyderabad, is the outcome of a long cherished dream of revered Swami Ramanathanandaji Maharaj, the 13th president of the Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission. Inaugurated by revered Swami Ramanathanandaji Maharaj on 10th of September 2000, it has completed 21 years of its existence and now celebrating the 22nd Foundation Day. From its inception, VIHE, Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence, has been providing to students, youths, professionals, and senior citizens a number of self-improvement programs. School and college students, teachers, parents, doctors, police personnel, government employees, managers, and corporate executives and others have undergone various short courses, seminars, special summer camps, Bala Vikas courses, orientation programs offered by this Institute of Eminence, such as modules on soft skills, life skills, values, spiritual and ethical development, communication and other pragmatic requirements. Positive attitude and good behavior are encouraged in all participants at Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence. Till now, as many as 19 lakh participants have been benefited from these programs. From April 2020, these programs have moved to the digital platform, bridging the spatial gap, and have become very popular in different parts of the country. Human excellence is a vast area. It covers all walks of life, business enterprise, medical profession, engineering profession, teaching, social service, music, painting, acting, etc. In modern times, these fields have multiplied enormously, and people are required to achieve excellence in these fields. There is so much competition everywhere. Swamiji's message has immense practical relevance in all these fields for all people. Excellence is not something acquired from outside. According to Swami Vivekananda, all the qualities that we seek outside are inherent in the soul as potentialities. Swamiji's definition, education is the manifestation of the perfection already in man, is applicable in the case of work, atmosphere also. It is through work that excellence manifests itself. We may not be able to do work in the perfect way, but we can do it in the best way possible, and that is excellence. Excellence is not perfection, but an approximation to it. When we speak of the manifestation of perfection or excellence, we have to take into account the two facets of manifestation. One is growth, another is development. Now, what do we understand by growth and development? One may very well ask. We may define these two words very briefly like this. A child is born, he becomes a youth, and ultimately becomes old. This natural evolution is growth. But there are some who take special interest for their development, mental and physical. They improve upon what they were supposed to be in natural course of things. For instance, you have bone, muscles, etc. You do have muscles even without taking any conscious effort like physical exercise, etc. But if you go to any gymnasium, you develop your biceps and muscles. You are more healthy than one who has not done this. This is development. This difference between growth and development is the core theme of human excellence. And that is why human excellence cannot be limited only to academic institutions. As a matter of fact, it starts from the cradle, from the lap of the mother. Whatever happens around the child and whatever the child hears ultimately tend to educate him or her towards achieving that excellence in life. Sri Ramakrishna, the master of Swami Vivekananda, said beautifully that we learn as long as we live. Perhaps the reverse also is equally true, that we live as long as we learn. The first World's Parliament of Religions, organized at Chicago in 1893, is a memorable occasion in the history of the world. It paved way for the exchange of ideas between the East and the West. Swami Vivekananda may be called as the first cultural ambassador of India to the West. He worked tirelessly to spread the teachings of Indian culture and spirituality and the immense potential for excellence inherent in every human being. The significance of Swamiji's Chicago addresses may be summed up as follows. Number one, he shed a new light on the nature, potential, and purpose of a human being. Two, he presented a holistic view to harmonize the teachings of religion and science. Three, a new philosophy of life. Life is the manifestation of perfection inherent in the soul, was given by him. 4. A new outlook on ethics, law, and truth, which depends on freedom, fearlessness, and strength, and that was presented. 5. He gave a new social outlook that not only punishes and disciplines people, but grants everyone respect, dignity, freedom, and individual rights. 6th, he gave a nobler view of religion that is free from superstition, materialism, and intolerance, and that which encourages universal brotherhood and exchange of ideas. 7th, a clear path for spiritual fulfillment in this world wedded to science and technology was shown. 8. He presented a universal culture based on morality and spirituality. 9th, he left behind teachings that will help and guide humankind to face the challenges in the coming decades and centuries. Thus, there is hardly any area of social life to which Swamiji has not made a significant contribution. Obviously, great men like Swami Vivekananda come once in a while. They come with a mission. What was Swamiji's mission? Vivekananda's mission then, Swamiji had a twofold mission. One mission was to rouse Indians from the age-old stupor and slumber and infuse in their minds self-respect, self-confidence, and the spirit of service. He helped to create a collective national consciousness, a true Indian identity beyond regional, caste, and linguistic identities, and made Indians feel proud of their heritage. The other mission was to remove from Western minds wrong notions about Indian culture and to awaken the minds of Western people to the eternal truths enshrined in the ancient spiritual treasures of Indian culture. As India's messenger to the West, he brought the knowledge of India and its timeless spiritual heritage to the West, and as the prophet of modern Hinduism, he reinterpreted and restated Hinduism for the modern times. In accomplishing all these tasks, the World Parliament of Religions at Chicago in 1893 served as a launch pad for his mission, which proclaimed from its pulpits the arrival of a new prophet. I gladly let you know that the foundation and basis of all programs conducted by Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence is this historic and epoch-making inspiring message of Swami Vivekananda at the World's Parliament of Religions in 1893. I hope by the grace of Swamiji Maharaj, this institute will grow to become a pivotal center of excellence that will bring about momentous impact to the society for guiding the destiny in future. May the blessings of Swamiji Maharaj shower profusely on all associated with this institute, Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence. All the best to all of you. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Maharajji, for your words of wisdom and blessings to all of us, the staff, students, well-wishers, faculty of this wonderful institution. We offer a pranams on behalf of all of you to revered Swami Suviranandaji Maharaj, the General Secretary, who delivered his message from the precincts of Holy Belur Math. It was an insightful and very focused special address by revered Maharaj on the 22nd Foundation Day of Human Excellence and the 128th anniversary of Chicago address. How wonderfully he blended the various activities of the institute with the message of Swami Vivekananda is for us to take as our food, take it as our energy, and continue to conduct and train the young minds of India to become enlightened citizens and the best ambassadors of Indian culture based on Swami Vivekananda's teachings. Once again, offer pranams to revered Swami Suviranandaji, offer pranams to revered Swami Gautamanandaji, offer pranams to revered Gnanadanandaji, and our namaskars and greetings to the Honorable Chief Justice of India, Sri N V Ramana, who have shared their words of wisdom and spent time with us this morning on 12th September 2021. Namaste to everybody. We now move to the last part and a very interesting part of our webinar and festival. That is a illuminating talk and discussion with Sri Vijay Menonji joining us from Ernakulam, Kochi, who has been a great friend and a great admirer and a great support to the Institute of Human Excellence since the last 12 years. Since 2010, he has been continuously sharing his thoughts and participating in all the major festivals, conventions, seminars of the Institute of Human Excellence. Before that, we have our very good friend, we have our faculty joining us from Bengaluru in Sri Karthik Raman, the playback singer and accomplished musician trained under Shankar Mahadevan and other artist of India, right from his
Namaste, Swamiji.
childhood, a prodigy-like person. And I request Karthik Raman to deliver the opening song for this part of the session. Over to Karthik, welcome, and very happy to have you once again joining us live from Bengaluru. Karthik.
Thank you so much, Swamiji, and namaskarams and pranams to each and everybody present in this session. It's indeed an honor to be joining in today at such a beautiful occasion, the 22nd Foundation of Human Excellence. Thank you so much, Swamiji, for giving me this opportunity. Like you all know, the Ganpati festival week is going on, so I'll just sing a few lines of a Ganpati song, which is originally sung by Padma Shri Shankar Mahadevanji, Guruji. So, Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvinam Kuru me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Sarvada Gananayakaya Ganadevataya Ganadhyakshaya Dhimahi Gunashariraya Gunamanditaya Guneshanaaya Dhimahi Gunadhitaya Gunadhishaya Gunapravishthaya Dhimahi Ekadantaya Vakratundaya Gauritanayaya Dhimahi Gajeshanaya Bhalachandraya Shri Ganeshaya Dhimahi Ekadantaya Vakratundaya Gauritanayaya Dhimahi Gajeshanaya Bhalachandraya Shri Ganeshaya Dhimahi Gana Chaturaya Gana Pranaya Ganantaratmane Ganotsukaya Ganamataya Gano Sukhamanase Guru Pujitaya Guru Devataya Guru Kulasthaine Guru Vikramaya Guiha Pravaraya Gurave Gunagurave Guru Daitya Kalakshetre Guru Sarva Sararadhyaya Guru Putra Paritratre Guru Pakhanda Khandakaya Gita Saraya Gita Tattvaya Gita Gotraya Dhimahi Gudha Gulfaya Gandhamattaya Gojaya Pradaya Dhimahi Gunadhitaya Gunadhishaya Gunapravishtaya Dhimahi Ekadantaya Vakratundaya Gauritanayaya Dhimahi Gajeshanaya Bhalachandraya Shri Ganeshaya Dhimahi. Thank you.
Ganapati Bappa Moria.
Moria.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you have revived the spirit of Maha Ganapati Vigna Vinayaka, and we pray to Lord Ganesha to give you more and more Gnana, Bhakti, Viveka, Vairagyam and the Sangita Bhavam.
Thank you
Take
so
the
much.
message of our Samskriti, our Ganam, Talam to all corners of the globe.
Thank you so much, Swamiji.
Thank you.
Your
May
blessings
Ganesh Bhagwan bless you. May Sri
Thank you,
Ramakrishna Mother Swamiji bless you. And once again, thank you for joining us from Bengaluru and
Absolutely
participating
pleasure.
in the celebrations.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you. Thank you. We move forward, dear friends, and we request the young volunteer team, the students of the Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence, to recite Swami Vivekananda's teachings on this very important, very interesting occasion. The more we listen, the more we recite, the more we study Swamiji, the more energy rouses. He is like the colossal Himalayas of energy and strength. So, apart from the Chicago addresses, we will listen to some selected teachings of Swami Vivekananda by Ms. Parvita and her team.
Our pranams to the body tribe. Namaste Swamiji. Namaste to the most eminent speakers and all the others present in this webinar.
In these 22 years of intense service, VIHE has given direction to lakhs of youthful minds through various courses and programs, taking Swamiji's life and teachings as their base.
Today, we the students of VIHE are here to present few quotes of Swami Vivekananda.
Swamiji says, "Children of immortal bliss, what sweet, what hopeful name. Allow me to call you brethren by that sweet name. You are children of God, desirous of immortal bliss, holy and perfect peace.
We are the children of the Almighty. We are sparks of the infinite divine fire. How can we be nothing? We are everything. We can do everything, and man must do everything.
Stamping down the weakness of mind and heart, stand up, saying, I am possessed of heroism. I am possessed of steady intellect. Never allow weakness to overtake your mind.
You are the makers of your own fortunes. You make yourself suffer. You make good and evil. And it is you who put your hand before your eyes and say it is dark. Take your hands away and see the light.
How is all the knowledge in the world being gained? But by the concentration of the powers of the mind. The world is ready to give up its secrets if we only know how to knock, how to give it the necessary blow. The strength and force of the blow comes through concentration.
Swami Vivekananda wanted youth to come forward in the large numbers. He says, first from their lives, everything will take care of itself.
Swamiji says, my hope of the future lies in youths of character, intelligent, renouncing all for the service of others, and obedient, who can sacrifice their lives in working out my ideas and thereby do good to themselves and the country at large.
Men, these are wanted. Everything else will be ready, but strong, vigorous, believing young men, sincere to the backbone are wanted. 100 such, and the world will be revolutionized.
Your country requires heroes. Your duty is to go on working, and then everything will follow of itself.
Work among those young men who can devote heart and soul to this one duty, the duty of raising the masses of India, awake them, unite them, and inspire them with this spirit of renunciation. It depends wholly on the young people of India.
Swamiji always laid emphasis on real education and character building rather than on breadwinning education.
He says, the education which does not help the common mass of people to equip themselves for the struggle for life, which does not bring out the strength of a character, a spirit of a philanthropy, and the courage of a lion, is it worth the name?
In conclusion, on you lie the future hopes of the country. I feel extreme pain to see you leading a life of inaction. Set yourselves to work. Do not tarry. Do not sit idle, thinking that everything will be done in time later on. Mind you, nothing will be done that way.
That you may catch my fire, that you may be intensely sincere, that you die the hero's death on the field of battle is the constant prayer of Vivekananda.
Therefore, let us catch Swamiji's fire and dynamism and not just restrict him to reading and quoting, but deeply analyze and take forward our country with his teachings and messages.
Therefore, let us all work hard, my brethren. On our work depends the coming of India of the future. Uttishtata, Jagrata, Prapyavaran, Nibbodhata.
Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Thank you.
Thank you, Jai Ram Krishna.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. May Swamiji bless you in every way. All of you, Master Suhas, Siri Chandana, Neha Chakrabarti, for this splendid, inspiring narration, recitation of Swami Vivekananda's teachings on this wonderful occasion. May God bless you. Wish you all the best in your life, in your studies, and also to develop your strong character and dedicate your life for Swamiji.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you once again. Welcome.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Okay, we'll end with a prayer.
Yes.
Namashri Yatirajaya Ananda Suraye Satchit Sukha Swarupa Swamine Tapaharine Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrutyorma Mrutangamaya Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tatsat Shri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Just a quick announcement of today's evening, the Zoom password and code for newcomers. For the old people who have been attending our Sunday retreats, Sunday satsangs, it is very clear. I shall tell you that this one. Zoom meeting ID is 9899423672. I repeat again, 9899423672. The password is passcode 123456. This is for evening 5:30. Stepping into 22nd year of service, the road ahead. Interaction with faculty, volunteers, and well-wishers of the Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence. Thank you very much. Namaste to Vijay, namaste to all the faculty, namaste to all the guests, and good wishes to all the volunteers. Jai Ramakrishna.